Hi everyone and welcome back. I've finally done my follow-up to the first time I watched Aliens. Just like the Alien Look Back one, this is Aliens Look Back. I will be mentioning the storyline, but not in its entirety of this video, obviously. It's more to do with what I thought of the Aliens film. So, let's get started. So, how do you start this as a sequel to Alien? Because we all know what happened in Alien. Ripley flushed the alien out into space on board the Narcissus escape craft. And it disappeared up one of the jet exhausts. She hit the button and blew the son of a bitch into space. So how do you follow it up? Well, the story moves 57 years on, and Ripley is finally rescued. She's brought back. She encounters a load of stiffs, Weyland-Yutani Border Inquiry. They throw the book at her, remove her flight license. Don't believe a word about the alien. You blew up the Nostromo for reasons unknown. Yes, you sat down on LV-426. Unknown. They didn't want to know. So basically, Ripley has well and truly been screwed over. Because 57 years later, LV-426 has now got a shake and bake colony, setting up a colony to make the air breathable. And it's been all hunky-dory. Nobody said anything about any aliens running around the place. Or, you know, an alien derelict ship full of eggs. Until Ripley is approached by Carter Burke and informed all contact has been lost. So Ripley has been given this opportunity to get her flight license back and to get back out there and come face to face with the nightmare once more. So she's now, on board the marine vessel, and it gets off to a bit of a frosty start between her and Bishop, because she discovers Bishop is a synthetic, an android, and obviously her run-in with Ash hasn't gone down too well with her viewpoint on synthetics. Lance Hendrickson, who plays Bishop, he plays him absolutely fantastically as far as I'm concerned. He really does a grand job. And eventually, yes, he does win Ripley's, what's the wording? Faith over to him. But at this stage, at the start, things are frosty. So, as the film moves on, we get introduced to the Marines, the weaponry they carry, and they are armed to the teeth, and they're all gung-ho. You can tell they're gung-ho because they don't care what it is they're up against. Whatever it is, they can deal with it. We got the weaponry, we can deal with it. So, they're really gung-ho bunch, they are. They really are. There's no doubt about it. Anyway, so they arrive on the colony on LV-426, and the whole place is deserted. It's a ghost town. There's evidence of a last stand against something. There's small explosions that have been set off. There's, the place is a complete ghost town. Something went down here. But where are the colonists? Well, it's down to Hudson to track them down, which he does. He tracks their PDTs down, personal data transmitters, and they're all over on the sub-level 3 over at the reactor. And so, for the Marines, okay, let's just amble on over there and find out what the hell's going on. Is this a town meeting or what? No, it's not a town meeting, because what happens is basically the Marines get involved in a firefight with not one but an army of aliens. And it's very thankfully to Vasquez and Drake breaking the rules about the safety locks to their smart guns, because the chances of them all getting out alive would have been practically zero. And obviously Ripley commandeering the APC to get down to sub-level 3. So there's a big shootout, and most of the Marines are literally wiped out. So they basically got their butts kicked, well and truly got their butts kicked by the aliens. And so the survivors, after being picked up by Ripley, get out of the processing station. They call in the dropship to pick them up, take them back to Slovakia, and we're going to nuke the whole site from orbit. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen because an alien gets on board the dropship, slaughters the 2 crew, and the dropship crashes into the processing atmosphere station, causing a build-up to a chain reaction, which means within a certain time frame, the whole thing is going to go up in smoke. So they are now stranded. That is, the survivors are stranded. And you can see in the Marines, those who survived the encounter with the aliens, particularly Hudson, who's so gung-ho, hey, we got nukes, we got knives, we got this, we got that. And you can tell he really got his backside kicked by the aliens. He's a gibbering wreck now, Hudson. His gung-ho, yeah, attitude, it's all gone. It's all gone. And the others, Hicks, Vasquez, they're also frosty. They got a frosty approach now. That, you know, they realise they are up against something they don't like the look of, and they've got to deal with it somehow. So the solution is for Bishop to get the other dropship down by remote. It's going to be very close. Can he get it down and get them all off before the facility blows up, or they meet their demise at the hands of the aliens? So Bishop's busy doing all that, and the survivors have got their hands full. Ripley discovers the shocking truth of how the aliens ran amok because of Carter's Burke. Oh, he really is a typical stiff. I don't care about human life, it's money, and that's what his character is. And fortunately, he gets his comeuppance, and good riddance to him. Absolutely good riddance. So anyway, the survivors have been pursued by the aliens. There's more shootout and whatnot. But one of the scenes I liked, approaching towards the end of the film, was Carrie Hayne, who played Newt. The bit where she's in the water and, you know, the aliens are closing in on Ripley and Hicks, and, you know, Ripley saying, hurry up, because they're trying to cut open a grill, and then all suddenly, behind Newt, an alien rises up. And you could tell that Ripley's not going to give up. She's definitely not going to give up. And eventually Bishop gets the second dropship down. He says there's a certain time frame before the installation blows up, and she says, we're not leaving. And of course you get the classic scene, yes, Ripley going all out, getting armed to the teeth as they go back to the processing station. Ripley's going in to save Newt. She does not want Newt to face a dreadful scenario, which we all know. And the build-up and tension to this, and in this, and the music is great. You know, the lead-up as she's going down the elevator. She's looking around, trying to find Newt. It's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. It's full of tension, it is, this scene. And, you know, when she discovers the tracker, risk locator, and, oh no, but then she hears Newt scream out and rescues her, picks her up, and unfortunately for Ripley carrying Newt, goes the wrong direction and walks straight into the heart of the alien nest. And sitting in it is the Queen Alien. Now, it's interesting to note that Ripley doesn't actually kill the Queen Alien. She could have, but she doesn't. She starts a fire, basically. She doesn't kill it because I think Ripley figures out if she kills it, it won't stop the other aliens coming towards her. So, which is rather interesting, I think. But anyway, so she's making her way out with Newt, but they are being pursued by the alien queen, a very enraged alien queen, and the alien queen somehow gets on board the Sulaco, which sets up the classic fight scene between Ripley and the alien queen. And Ripley gets tooled up, obviously, in the power loader to confront the alien queen, and there's the big fight scene. And eventually, Ripley wins, flushes the queen out into space. Yeah, it really is a high-tension, fast-moving film, Aliens. And, well, let's go on. So that's just a brief summary of the film. So let's have a bit more in-depth analysis. I think Aliens is an absolute worthy sequel to Alien. James Cameron clearly takes it into this new direction. He takes it away from the old haunted house that's cut off in the middle of nowhere, and the guests are being bumped off one by one to this all-out action war film. That's exactly what Aliens is. It's an interesting idea how he moves the story forward. Okay, he's gone 57 years further down the line, and how would you reintroduce the aliens? Well, that is well thought out, and it makes a lot of sense. The cast of Aliens, another great cast. That they were all very good. What's his name who plays Carter Burt? He plays it well, pound signs before his very eyes. He don't care about human life, so what? Charming character. Bishop, who wins over Ripley eventually, that she trusts Bishop, and the way Bishop comes across by Lance Hendrickson, who plays him, is fantastic. It really is. Bill Paxman, who played Hudson, all this gung-ho attitude. We got knives, we got guns, we got nukes, and then all of a sudden he goes to the complete opposite end after surviving his first encounter with the aliens. And you've got to give him credit. He went out in a blaze of glory. Only his character, Hudson, could have pulled that off. And he went out in a blaze of glory. Absolutely fantastic. It really was. The whole cast was very good, I thought, to be honest with them. I think James Cameron's concept of the sequel was clever. It was clever. It made sense. It wasn't silly, it made sense. It was absolutely spot on how to move the story forward. And quite frankly, well, I think if you want to end it on a high note, just watch Alien and Aliens. That's my way of looking at it. That's called a high note. Yeah, so Aliens is definitely a fantastic film. It's well worth watching. It's got a very good pacing. The music in it is very good as well, definitely. The whole thing is just absolutely great. And obviously, I like the concept of the alien queen. That's a nice touch. That really was a nice touch to the film. It was, without doubt, fantastic. Yeah, so Aliens is one of those few films that was made that is a sequel, and a lot of people say is better than the original. I can understand that. I really can understand that point of view. I, oh, in fact, I'm going to be very honest. I think now, watching both Alien and Aliens again recently, I cannot separate them. They are both fantastic films. Absolutely fantastic. Slightly different style between the first one and the second one. That's obvious. But nevertheless, I think they are fantastic films and they are well worth watching, both of them. So let's move on a little bit here. So the theatrical version of Aliens is good. It is really worth watching. But yes, we're all familiar with James Cameron. And a little while later, James Cameron releases Aliens Special Edition. I suppose in some ways it would annoy people. You know, you're thinking, oh, special edition, what's in it? Well, let's be honest here. Alien Special Edition really gives us a lot more. It does a lot more. It does. You get a much more of a filler of what happened on LV-426. What happened to the colony? You get that. It's in there. You get the colony itself. And you get other great scenes in there, like involving the sentry guns. So all the cutscenes from the theatrical version in the special edition, you got to, I'd say, watch the theatrical version first, and then watch the special edition. The special edition is a much longer film, but heck, it's a roller coaster, great film from start to end. The acting's great, the storyline's great, the pacing's great, the music's great. It is an absolute great film, Aliens. Whatever version of it you watch. Personally, I'd go for the special edition because it gives you a lot more. Yeah, so, yeah, Aliens was a fantastic film, and I believe I mentioned I saw this 4 times at the cinema. It's the only film I've ever seen 4 times. That's the only one. I've never seen a film 4 times with any other film. You know, I just thought, wow, this is fantastic. Yeah, Aliens is a great, stunning sequel to Alien. I thoroughly recommend it, that everyone should watch this. Obviously, you've got to start with Alien. That's where you start with. And then move on to Aliens. Yep, absolutely marvellous. It was a great film. I like this film. I really do. And looking at it now, when it was made back in the 1980s, to me, it still holds up well. It really does. And on that high note, have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in due course. Goodbye.